channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 Create a Sim video today. And so today I am creating probably my second ever elder in the Sims 4 because I don't normally ever really play with elders nor create them just for the fun of it. But for this specific video and this reason is because ever since we got Nifty Knitting, I've been obsessed with playing elders for the longest time. I've been playing them on stream, off camera for my current households, and kind of playing them a little bit more to kind of get the full aspect of their life stage, because now that we have Discovery University, they can go back to school if they wanted to, they can get part-time jobs, they can have their own business, their own vet clinic if they wanted to. Especially now that we have Nifty Knitting, they can sell on Flopsy and kind of have their own knitting career as an entrepreneur before, they pass things along to their relatives or their children or their grandchildren. But nevertheless, I am creating a brand new sim called Alice Josephine Alto. If you guys remember the stream a couple weeks ago when we got Nifty Knitting, I was creating her on stream, and honestly, I am very pleased on how I created her and kind of built her backstory, because I built a home for her a couple weeks ago. It was like a very small, nifty knitting home for a nifty grandma. That video, the link will be down below, but also a crochet and coffee shop where your elders can go over there and hang out and have fun and knit for a living if they wanted to, and kind of do things on their own, like being their own person. Because for the longest time, I always thought that elders were just like babies, just like they were just there as objects. They don't really serve a purpose in the game, and it was just not fun. But now that we have more packs and more ideas are coming along in my head for like backstories and builds that I want to do for them, it's a lot easier for me to play with them. So I think next what I want to do is build a tiny home, but a bus converted into a tiny home where I have a sim, more so Alice's friend, in Willow Creek, where she lives. She resides actually on the far right where the pancakes actually live, because she used to live in Newcrest, but she decided to go ahead and move over into Willow Creek near her friends and her family and kind of get associated with the community, because Alice is technically the president of this Nifty Knitters Club, more so of a rival of this other club that's knitting, and they have a little bit of a beef, and it's not great. But as for Alice, she is only 86 years old. She has actually two kids, a boy and a girl, but they're in like their mid-30s. But she lost her husband in the war like ages ago, like way, way, way back in like the 1920s, I believe. But if you want to see more of the home that I built for her, alongside kind of giving a bit of a debrief and more explanation on her backstory, I will leave the link down below in the description. But she has a very hard life, because all her life she never really felt that she really had anything to do. Like, she was like just stuck for the longest time ever since her husband died. But she thought to herself, you know what? I'm gonna leave this like crazy place, I believe it was Brindleton Bay, and move to a new town where I can be myself and be my own person. And she got all dolled up and made herself who she is today, a businesswoman, building her own brand on Flopsy and being the entrepreneur that her kids wanted her to be, because she was in a very sad, depressive state where her kids thought, Mom, I see that you're like struggling, but I want you to be happy for the rest of your life. So they decided to buy her a house in Newcrest, all well brand new, but with all of her knickknacks and paddywhacks that she have collected over the years. And since then, it's been about a couple, like 10 years since like her moving into a new town and kind of not getting over, but not really always focusing on the bad, but more focusing on the good. And so now that she has kind of her business on Flopsy, she's been dedicating her projects based around her children and her late husband, but also kind of like her past life, but the good memories about her past life, which I think is a really good thing to do. And even though she has a rival in the nifty knitting business, she does it for not for like being the top, but more so of like kind of creating a community together of elders and knitting and making their own thing for themselves and not for others. And I really, really like that. And I've just been so happy about elders ever since we just had more packs for them. like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like elders now have a purpose in my personal gameplay of my game, because I have all the packs and I'm grateful for that. But I use all the packs for my to my advantage to build a story based around all of them. And I actually created a mod. Well, not a mod, more so a lot trait. Don't want to toot my own horn here, but I made a lot trait just for elders, and I called it the Elders Hangout because we have a teen hangout, which I believe came in the base game, but I made like a lot trait just for elders, and I'm still testing it all out right now, and I want to be able to test it with Alice and her group and her friends and stuff like that, and see if it works well, because essentially what it means is wherever you place that lot trait, more elders will spawn there and they'll hang out there and kind of do their own little thing. And I think that's what I want to do more. Build mods and lot traits for the sake of gameplay and storytelling, and see what I can definitely come up with. And hopefully you guys will be able to see more mods from me, because I've been practicing on my own, trying to figure out how to do those things and stuff like that. But nevertheless, that's kind of the whole gist of my life. Alice Josephine Alto, kind of related to the Alto family from The Sims 3, but she was adopted into the family and never really had the fortune of the Altos, so she's like part of it, but not part of it, if you know what I mean. But either way, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this little voiceover right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, of what you thought. Be sure to check out the videos down below of the coffee shop, but also Alice's home, to kind of get a bit more of a backstory of what's going on in Willow Creek with the elders, because there's a lot of drama that I have to explain, and it's crazy, but it's good crazy, I hope. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!